Hi everyone, how are you? I am Kimberly Steele and I am going to be singing some Orphic hymns for you today. I have really happy news. Yesterday I finished the studio recording of Selene. So one of the two moon goddesses for actually there's three moon goddesses, but I did do the Orphic hymn to Selene yesterday. Finished the studio recording, so you'll see that coming up this Monday. I'll be releasing it this Monday during the hour of the moon. Uh, I do these Orphic hymns every day. I have no plans on stopping anytime soon, around 1 p.m., sometimes more towards 12, but if I ever miss them, I will be doing them later on in the day, in the nighttime, somewhere around 9, 10, sometimes even 11 or later. But if I miss them any particular day, I try to get them in before the end of the day. Uh, all right, so today's date is the 14th of January, and today is Thursday, so I'm going to be singing some Jupiterian hymns. Today I'll begin, once I make sure I'm in tune, of course. Mm, okay, I will begin today with Jupiter or Jove, or Zeus, if you will. O Jove, much honor, Jove, supremely great. To thee our holy rites we consecrate. Our prayers and expiations, King divine, for all things to produce with ease through my design. Hence Mother Earth and mountains swelling high proceed from thee, the deep and all within the sky. Saturnian King descending from above, magnanimous, commanding scepter Jove. All parent, principle, and end of all, whose power almighty shakes this earthly ball. Even nature trembles at the mighty nod, loud sounding, armed with lightning, thundering God. Source of abundance, purifying King, of various form, from whom all nature spring. Propitious, hear my prayer, give blameless health, with peace divine and necessary wealth. Thank you. That was the Orphic hymn to Zeus or Jupiter. Hey, Bob, how are you? It is great to see you here. I don't see you often here. Bob, we live really close to each other. We do. And this Saturday, I am getting a bunch of people together at the what restaurant is oh my gosh, Kimberly, think about it's called Hopvine Brewery. And it's 6 p.m. Saturday night. If you can make it, I would love to see you there. I am trying to personally adopt a restaurant or maybe several restaurants to keep them open in this time of silly lockdowns. And I'm just basically gathering a group of hopefully 30 people to give this restaurant a good financial night on a Saturday, like as it should be. Nice. Oh, cool. So I didn't know that you usually I figured you've said that you usually watch the replay, but yeah, if you can make it Hop Vine Brewery, it's right in the Fox Valley Mall area, and it's gonna be at 6 p.m. this Saturday night. I will be there. All right, I'm going to now do Juno or Hera. Go Wayne, nice to see you. Oh, royal Juno of majestic mien, Aerial form divine, Jove's blessed queen, throned in the bosom of Cerulean, the race of mortals is thy constant care. The cooling gales thy power alone inspires, which nourish life, which every life desires. Mother of clouds and winds, from thee alone, producing all things, mortal life is known. All nature share thy temperament divine, and universal sway alone is thine. The founding blossom wind, the swelling sea, and rolling rivers roar when shook by thee. Come, blessed goddess. Come, blessed goddess, famed almighty queen, with aspect kind, rejoicing and serene. Thank you. Weird. I live walking distance from you. I do. I live really close to where you live. We both live in East Aurora. We should seriously hang out. Do you ever go to the Sunken Garden? That is like my favorite place in the world. That weird little formal garden by the Phillips Park Zoo. It is so cool. That is like you everybody else watching this should be so jealous that you don't live there. It's got statues of Greek goddesses in it. Sadly, they're not labeled with who they're supposed to be, but one of them's Demeter. And speaking of, I'm going to play Demeter's tune, Cerealian Demeter. Cerealian queen of celebrated name, from whom both men and gods immortal came, who idly wandering once and oppressed with grief in a Louisiana's valley found relief, discovering Sabine, thy daughter pure, in grand Avernus, dismal and obscure, a sacred youth, what through the world you stray, with Bacchus attending, leader of the way, the holy marriage of terrestrial Jove, relating what oppressed with grief you roll. Come marching bold, and to these rites inclined, thy mystics suppliant, blessed with favoring mind. Thank you. Actually, I was thinking about one day doing a broadcast, obviously, when it's much nicer, but doing a broadcast from that beautiful park that by the Greek goddesses. I think that that would be appropriate. I don't care if I'm just doing it for the actual garden itself. Certainly, so Fifth and Melrose. Oh my gosh, we live within walking distance with each other. I won't say where because I don't want to necessarily broadcast online where I live. Um, but yeah, you know what? My students and I, well, not really it's really my students. They want as soon as possible, we're going to start doing concerts at the Java Plus Cafe in Aurora, which is also extremely close to where we're describing. So anybody who ever comes and visits me, please definitely come and see the beautiful places by my house. There's I like to make jokes about where we live, Bob. My joke is that we're by so many graveyards and cemeteries, here, I don't know, it's really strange. Like, we are by so many cemeteries that I say, well, if you want to find my house, take a right by the graveyard, take a left by the other graveyard. But if you reach the cemetery, you've gone too far. And you only understand that if you live where we live, where there's like a cemetery. Like, I point this way, there's a cemetery that way, there's a cemetery that way. And if we go far enough that way, there's one too. But it's very peaceful here and lovely. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will definitely, yeah, I definitely, have my students do shows at that cafe. I love that cafe. It's a great place. It's a wonderful owner. His name is Mike. If you're watching this, you live anywhere near it. I think they're open in the mornings now or something. I don't know. I haven't talked to Mike in a while. I'm gonna have to give him a ring. Yes, right? With the graveyards, isn't it funny? Yeah. So I live really right by you, Bob. It's gorgeous, that park. It's got all of these oak trees. The thing is about this area and why I tell you guys I'm so in love with this area is because it is definitely the land of white oaks here. White oaks are definitely it's also the state tree, but it's definitely they're everywhere here, and they're so beautiful, and they have such great personalities. I love the trees here. And our neighborhood that where we live, Bob and I, it's very it's funny. It's definitely like down at the heels a little bit. It's not necessarily like high class, but there's all of these old homes. There's not really that much like new stuff here. It's all of these old homes, like these Victorians and that era. My home was built in like 1920. It's like my house is like compared to all these other homes is a piece of crap, but garden looks nice, but the home itself, eh. Um but yeah, this area, it's just full of these old Victorians, and this area speaks to me so much. It's like every house is different. You go down a block, and maybe you get one of those old developments where the houses were kind of the same, where they kind of built the same model. But even then, like the houses, they've been there so long that people have kind of changed them all up, and it's absolutely charming. I come home here every night. It's like getting a warm hug. It's where I belong, absolutely. And yes, Illinois, and yes, Governor Pritzker, and ugh. But yeah, I'll put up with it for to live here. It's a privilege and an honor to live here. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? It's just it's just this area is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And it's definitely like I would say like we're definitely lower middle class around here, but I wouldn't trade this for anything. I mean, it's just there's no what it is that's another way of me saying the people aren't snobs. So the people are very down to earth, and that is just the vibe here is just relaxed, and the kids still play outside. There's still like kids that run, ride around in bike armies like in the 1980s, in the 1970s. That still exists here. It's just it's a wonderful area. Okay, I'm going to finish up today with Athena. Only begotten, no race of Jove, blessed and fierce, who joys in caves to rove, O warlike Pallas, whose forces driving the destruction die. Sprung from the head of Jove, a splendid mien, purger of evils, a victorious queen. Hear me, O goddess, when to thee I pray, a supplicating voice both night and day. At the latest hour, give peace and health, propitious times and necessary wealth, and ever present be thy poetry safe. Oh, much implored, outspending blue white bay. Thank you. All right. So, anyway, that was the Orphic hymn to Athena. I hope that gave you courage to deal with the onslaught of astral garbage that we've all been dealing with. And yes, you can see my red bag amulet, which has in it one of the hottest peppers known to man. These things are it's so hot, I can actually feel it on my bare skin if I wear it underneath this. That's how hot it is. It gets right through this red bag. These peppers were so hot. I mean, I thought I was buying sweet peppers. They were not sweet peppers, but hey, they're great for hoodoo magic. Um, anyway, oh yes, yeah. I mean, we definitely have some ruffians, some people who are definitely going through some stuff in their lives in our area. But if you step foot in this place, you feel, at least for me, I guess I can't speak to anyone else, but it's like the second you step foot here, you know something is very special about it. That it's wonderful here. Like I can feel it, especially when I drive down Montgomery Road. There's like a couple of there's like a bar and a fire station like there. And then also when you drive where with Phillips Park on the one side and whatever that field is on the other, where that you can really feel it there. I mean, you can feel it just emanating out of the land here. And especially if you walk the neighborhoods here, you just feel the spirit of this place. And the prairie spirit too. I mean, that's part of this area. That's why I'll never leave. I was born here, so effectively it's, I guess you could say, it's in my blood. But I mean, that's part of it, but it's actually a dimension of the spirit here. It's a very special place. Very honored to live here. Absolutely. Yeah, that pepper is, oh my gosh. I should show it to you because it's like, well, you know what? It's like I've got a string of them. Let me go ahead and grab that since I'm here. Um, I'm in. I got this string of peppers, and I've got a couple of these. This is what's, yeah. So this is a string of dried peppers. I've got another one of these. And I swear these are the hottest peppers ever created uh, by any by any god. I mean, seriously, they are terribly hot. They are not edible. Like you could put one tiny chunk of that thing in some soup, and you would have a very spicy soup. Like, and I'm talking like a big like gallon of soup. They're crazy hot. So anyway, I am gonna get going. I gotta eat lunch. I gotta feed my feral kitties, and then I gotta get to work. All right. So anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day, and I hope to see you, Bob, soon. Because hey, we live so close. And I will hope you guys, if you're already planning your weekend, that you have a beautiful weekend. Take it easy.